Hello, beautiful people. How are you? This is Dani Vega from Alchemy in Action. So, today we're going to talk about something that is very dear to my heart. That is the concept of getting to know yourself is your biggest flex. So, what I found, at least for me, what is one of my biggest strengths is that I know myself. And why this is so important for me is because I have this knowing within that no matter what happens, I know where to start. I know how to build it up again because I know myself. I know how I operate, I know what I want, I know what places I like, I know what I like to do. So basically, this deep awareness that I have from myself because of a long healing journey, because a long path of self-development since I'm very young, took me to this point where, yes, things fell apart like a few years ago, and I could build it up again. And then they fell apart again, and I could build it up again. So, and this building it up again comes from a place of self-knowing myself. I know myself, and that's how I did it, knowing myself. And that's what I want to share with you today, like some questions, some ideas for you to dig deep inside of yourself and get these answers, get these nudges of wisdom about yourself, because that's your strength, my friend. That's what is going to take you through whatever it takes in life. So today I was very caught up doing this video because I don't know, I have this feeling that you always have to show up when everything is perfect, when everything is cool and everything is working. And somehow, well, yesterday was being a really good day till it wasn't. And today I woke up a little bit off and like with a lot of thoughts in my head, and it was really hard to come up with a creative idea. And then I was like, no, I'm not doing this. And then I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. No matter how I feel today, no matter how things are, I need to show up to do this. And I think this is a reminder to myself. It's a reminder to myself on basically keep going in this trip inwards instead of looking for solution outwards. So I think that I will look like these questions or these prompts that I'm going to give you are basically for you to ask these questions for yourself and find the answer for yourself, and knowing that there's not a right or wrong answer. Also, there's this idea that everything is fixed in stone, which is not, especially as human being, especially if you believe you have some sort of spiritual belief that is something bigger than you. So if that's the case, definitely there's an evolution, there's growth. We always are growing, we always are we are always in a path of growing. So from that, we're not going to be the same person that we were like 10 years ago, and we're not going to be the same person tomorrow. Who knows, we can make other decisions, we can change something. So in that sense, though, sometimes answering this question is, oh my god, is this it? No, it's not. It's just who you are being right now, and that's what we need. The now. That's Willow. She's kind of desperate. She wants to go out. She's trying to she calmed herself down. Probably you're going to feel her meowing through this video, but yeah, she's going to get desperate because she wants to go out. So something that I really noticed for myself is the difference that I feel with some people. Some people can, for instance, if we get into an argument, some people can trigger me and push my buttons, and some people can calm me down. So that is something that is really good to know about yourself in terms of relationship. What do you need when you are in those spaces when you need to calm down and the other and you are arguing with someone else? For instance, I'm a person that when I feel too high up in my emotions, what I need is time off to cool down. And if someone asks me, we need to talk now, I'm just going to shut down. I just need 5 minutes, and I need 5 minutes alone. And for some people, that is kind of triggering because it's like I'm leaving the conversation. But what I need is to recover myself so I can show up better in 5 minutes time. So in this sense, you have to know yourself. What are your needs, especially in those kind of like emergency crisis situations where you need to communicate to the other person what you need, and seeing if that person is going to respect if you need some time off, or you need or they're going to want you to show up right then and how they want you to do. So that is very important for me. It's like distinguish what is the kind of person that calms you down, what is the kind of person that energizes you, what are these relationships that fits you, or what are the relationships that take out of you, and how you protect your spaces and how you choose where to hang out. So because this is a choice, we don't need to do everything for everyone. So this is a very for me, it has been a really good way to get to know myself, just relating to people. I knowing how they make me feel, and how they ask me to show up for themselves, for them. So, and if I can do that for them, or it's like something kind of too much for me, and assess if that is a good relationship for me, because I know myself, I know what I need in these terms. So another question to ask yourself is, what are your needs? Your needs of being heard, being seen, being respected, being supported. What are your needs? What do you feel like is your core needs? Do you feel safety? Do you want to feel safe? What are the things that are for you are important? And if they are important for you, how you communicate to the ones that you love that those are your needs. So dig deep down, what are your needs? What are the things that you need in order to be a human being that is thriving, not surviving? What are your needs, so when you get those needs met, you are just calm and nice and happy? So what are your needs? Try to dig at least 3 of them. And what are your boundaries? What are your boundaries? What are your no, your no, this is not right? What are those things that are not good for you? Therefore, you need to communicate to people to see if that is something that they're willing to respect. Boundaries in time, in energy, boundaries in terms of I don't want to talk about certain topics, I don't want to be seeing this kind of people, I don't want to be in certain environments, I don't want to be consuming some kind of stuff. What are your boundaries? So these are so important to know about yourself and how you communicate those to other people. Another thing to notice is, and I think we don't do this enough, is to acknowledge how much we're growing. In what sense have you grown in the last year? In what sense have you grown in the last 6 months? In what sense you have grown in the last week? So usually we go in life trying to fix ourselves, and then we met that goal, we achieve what we wanted, and we go and do the next stuff. And we never actually acknowledge our growing, our achievements. So for instance, for me, it has been I learned how to trust again this year. I learned how to open myself again. I'm way better with how I talked to you about this in my last video. I'm way better in being consistent with the things that are important for me. And those things for me are growing points. I think are things that they weren't there before, and they are there in my life right now. So what are the things that you think that you have been growing in the last year, in the last 6 months, in the last 3 months, in the last week? So acknowledge that about yourself, and please celebrate it. Celebrate it, be happy about it, because you have grown like a plant. What are the things that you want to let go? What are the things that you want to let go about yourself, about like patterns? Patterns usually repeat itself, like something you do in your life, can be in a routine, or can be something that you are doing with some people. Usually relationships are really good to mirror these patterns, because it's like a repetition. Oh, I again attracted a friendship that is codependent. Oh, I already have this nudge that I already live this. So basically, what are those things that you want to let go? What are those things that you don't want in your life anymore? So these are really good things that to ask yourself. For instance, if this is an emotion, I want to let go of my anger, I want to let go of my resentment. How how can I do this? So especially with emotions, kind of like the only way I know, let me know if you know another way. Usually for emotions, is just feel them. Is feel them and give them movement and let them go. So if you feel resentment, if you feel rage, if you feel anger, you just have to let go of that anger. You have to let it go. So it's not inside you and now it's outside you. It's very straightforward in that sense. Another question that you can ask yourself is, what do I want to improve in my life? What do I want to improve in myself? And this doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, but as we talked in previous videos, just 1% better every day, that's enough. That's more than enough for having that growth spur and consistently. What do you feel proud? And please here, don't say like your work or your kids or some kind of like external accomplishment. What do you feel proud about yourself? What you feel proud that is like, oh my God, I can't believe that now I'm in this situation, or now I'm this person that says this kind of things, or I'm this person that show up in this kind of way. So what are you proud of? Something that I'm proud of is that I'm learning how to say things and not kind of like wait for months to say what I want to say. So now I'm kind of like more in tune with that feeling that something is off, and I bring that subject right away instead of waiting. So that's something that I'm proud of. That's something that I have never done in my life, and is happening now in this stage of my life. So this, what are you proud of? And again, please don't make it about someone else or something that you like, an external thing. Another question that I love, and this is very important for me because I'm a person that is always, not always, but like I like to follow the good feeling in people, in situations, in things. So when I feel like it's a good feeling, I feel expanded. So what you make you feel good and energized? This can be activities, this can be downtime, this can be nature, this can be relationships. So what are the things that make you feel energized? What are the things that make you feel good? What are the things that you, when you do it, you feel home, you feel comfortable being yourself, you feel comfortable because there you can show up, be yourself, and you at the end you feel like great and energized. So for me, I don't know why, but new friendships make me feel energized. I feel excited about getting to know new people, especially when you have like that kind of chemistry. Especially when we're adults, we don't build that much friendships when we are adults. I think that's why I feel excited about them. Also being an immigrant in another country, also that's another layer. It's like, yes, another friend. Woo! So that makes me feel energized. I going to the gym, even though I don't like to go into the gym, makes me feel energized afterwards. After a run, I always feel good. After a good laugh, always make me feel good. After I don't know, a cozy night watching a video with someone I like is amazing. So, a movie, let's say. So, what are the things that energize you? What are the kind of conversations that nurture you? I really feel nurtured and energized when it's a conversation that is about listening the other person profoundly and then responding to that instead of reacting to everything they say. So I feel deeply hurt when someone is not rushed to tell me what they think. I feel very energized when they take in what I said and then kind of like process it and tell me, and that's, I feel that that is a really, for me, is very nurturing way to communicate. So what are the things that make you energized? The opposite question, what doesn't make you energized? So for me, for instance, is listening to drama, too much drama, that it drains me like very, very easily. People that is monothematic and they talk about only themselves make me drain. Being in environments that basically are destructive or are not, I don't know, they are not my vibe, maybe may make me feel drained. So there's a lot of things. So here I will go for a happy medium because for instance, a few weeks ago I went to an event that it wasn't my comfort zone. It was a lunch with people here in my community, a ladies lunch, and I went because I wanted to meet new people, and I felt really drained because basically I sat in a table with women that I didn't know and made conversation with them for 3 hours, and that was really hard for me. But at the same time, I met a friend. So this is the happy medium, is sometimes you have to put yourself out there in this uncomfortable situation because it's the only way to expand a little bit. And that's why I did it. I wanted to expand a little bit, going into like a different setting, a different scenario, so I can challenge myself. So here I will say go to the happy medium, because sometimes putting yourself in this situation, even though they drain you, sometimes they make you grow anyways. And the last question for knowing yourself, because knowing yourself is your biggest flex, is what are you doing to show up for you and for the vision that you have for yourself? So what are you doing every day, every week to show up for yourself? Do you want to get fit? Are you going to the gym? Do you want to be healthier? Are you making healthier choices? Do you want to make more friends? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you wanting to grow? How are you showing up for this growth? Are you seeking for help? Maybe you need like some support in this. So how are you showing up in order to fulfill that vision of yourself, that vision of your life? So this is a really question to make for yourself, and not from that pressure way that I'm doing. Like we always going to have like room to improve, so we always have to have like this beautiful balance between, yeah, I have room to improve, but at the same time we acknowledge our achievements and who we are right now, because who we are right now is everything what we have. It's everything that we have, who we are right now. So work with them, like with her, with him, and love them. And of course, there's always room to improve, but at the same time, sit with this loving kind of energy towards who you are right now, because that is what it is, and that's what is what you accept is actually what is going to transform. So it's not transformation without acceptance. So I encourage you to totally embrace who you are right now, and while thinking about how you can show up for yourself and your vision of yourself. So thank you for watching this long if you have done. and give me a subscribe if you dig this content, please, and a comment will be awesome if you want to support me even further. So thank you so much for showing up today. I appreciate you, and have a beautiful day. Here is sunny, so I'm happy. And see you tomorrow. Cheers.